probably got a experiential curiosity about hypnosis. Perhaps you have a intellectual curiosity about hypnosis. Perhaps you'd like to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, think back to a time when you felt calm and at peace. And as you think back to a time, perhaps you notice your feet on the floor. And as you notice your feet on the floor, perhaps you notice your back on the chair. And as you notice your back on the chair, just breathe naturally and normally and naturally. And as you breathe naturally, breathe normally. And perhaps you notice your heart beating and you're at peace. And you transport yourself to a time in your life where you felt calm and peaceful. And that may have been at a beach or in the countryside. At the countryside, at the beach, with family and friends, and notice the smells, the sounds, the feelings. Let those feelings radiate for every cell of your body. And just enjoy the moment. And as you enjoy the moment, perhaps you're wondering about a problem that you might have going on in your life at the moment. And that's okay. Because after confusion comes clarity. Finding inner strength. Because today was once tomorrow. And yesterday was once today. And tomorrow becomes today. You can't breathe your last breath. You can't breathe the next until you breathe the one you breathe in now. And breathe. And as you breathe, I'll share a story. There was a young man who didn't get what he thought he should have got growing up. The love, the affection. And he looked for that in other people growing up. And that's a little bit like if you didn't eat well as a child, trying to eat all you can eat now to make up for what you didn't eat when you were young. Looking outside, and then he turned within. And as the young man turned within, he heard a conversation. It was someone who was going to give a talk. And she said to the elderly gentleman, "I've got butterflies in my tummy." And the gentleman said, "It's okay to have butterflies, just let them fly in formation." And they took formation, and the person stood tall and strong. And we know that parents love their children equally, but in different ways. And that might apply to nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles, and so on and so forth. Loving someone in a different way to the way you love someone else. And loving ourselves. And as we focus on finding strength within, you start to think of the times you overcome challenges in the past. And that gives you hope that if you've overcome challenges in the past, you'll overcome challenges in the future. Because as a baby, you first learn to walk. When you first learn to walk and talk, you'll have fell. And you got up. And you fell. And you got up. And you fell. And you got up. And you kept going. Until someone tells you otherwise. And we're passed on these beliefs by people. And they mean well for us. But equally these beliefs become a self-fulfilling prophecy. We must decide which one of these beliefs we uphold and which ones we let go. And sometimes we might be afraid because if you walk across a platform that's only 1 meter high and you have to get to the other side of the platform, you wouldn't be as afraid as it would be if it was 1,000 meters high. But the distance is still the same, conditions and all the variables being equal. So that's our perception, our appraisal. And perhaps you start to reappraise situations in the past. And as you reappraise those situations in the past, you realize that salvation lies within. As you realize that salvation lies within, you start to notice your strengths. And as you notice your strengths, you affirm the opposite end of the spectrum of beliefs that you had. Because you've got fact, you've got opinion. And you can challenge the opinions. And you can take a limiting belief that you have, whatever that limiting belief might be, and what you can do is the opposite end of the spectrum and frame that in your mind and put emotional intensity in it. Like, for example, if someone says you can't be a speaker, you can't be a performer, you can't be one thing or the other, one of all or one of both. You can do the opposite and put emotion in there. Because I knew someone once who was told they would never be a speaker, and they ran that in the mind, and it ruminated and ruminated. And what do you think they saw? And what they saw was like the person sees, because the person receives 100 compliments in the week, but if they don't believe that they are worthwhile, they delete all those, and the one negative comments becomes a reinforcement of the confirmation bias. So the person, the opposite of the spectrum, that belief that they can't speak, I have a message, and sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say until I say it. And when I say what I need to say, the people take what they need to hear. Because a song in a big concert hall of 100,000 people means different things to different people. And that's the beauty of our uniqueness. That's the beauty of ourselves. So finding ourselves and finding inner strength. And take a moment now as we close, if you're comfortable enough to do so, placing your hands on your heart, and there's some neuroscience behind that, and just take a moment to pause and breathe naturally and normally, and just affirm in your own mind with emotional intensity, I am worthy, I am an amazing person. And think about all your proud moments, and as you think of your proud moments, think of all your glory, and see yourself like you would see a baby in the background, finding that love, not in a self-conceited way, in a way that you were born to be, and you see yourself, and you step into that image, and you see yourself on the screen, standing tall and powerful, with your shoulders back, with your voice, a sense of self-love. And as you take a moment to pause, I'll bring you back to the here and now. 3, gradually coming back. 2 and 1. Welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen,